Si quieren asistir a este video en español, clic en el link en la descripción.
Hello, everyone. This is Thalles from Plugin, and today we're bringing you guys a new video and a video that I'm really excited about because we are bringing to you guys a 2020 Tesla Model 3 front facing camera calibration. More specifically for Teslas, uh, we just say that we do sort of a pitch angle verification. For those who doesn't know what pitch angle is this angle that detects how height or how lower the camera is pointing to. So let's start it. For this calibration, Fernando was the one who did the whole job. And before I forget, if you guys want to watch this same video in Spanish, Fernando has this whole content in Spanish, and then the link for the videos for his channel it's gonna be on the description. So please make sure to check this out. Um, and also, please make sure to subscribe to our channel, to join our community that is starting right now. And I'm really glad of the work that me and Fernando have been doing. And I hope that you guys like the content that we are bringing to you guys as well. Also, make sure to leave a comment. It could be a tip, it could be a question, it could be just a motivation phrase. Everything is very welcome. So let's get started with this video. So here Fernando is showing the car. So this is the Tesla, and he's here. He's pointing the camera, which is right here in right in the middle of the windshield at the top part. So let me advance this a little bit. And right here we are seeing his pretty face. And now he's getting access. Oh, actually, he's just checking the ear just to tell on his videos. Okay, let me advance this a little bit. So here he's saying that the first step is that he will insert the VCI on the Tesla. And by the way, for these Teslas, we need to use an adapter. We can use the same adapter for Model 3 and Model Y, and another different adapter for Model X and Model S. So if you guys want that we make a video just explaining and show you guys a little bit better the cables and the adapters that we use specifically for Teslas, please leave a comment below and we can make and bring this video for you guys, okay? I'm not gonna be very in detail about these cables, but if you guys want, please let us know, okay? Okay. And then here, Fernando is just saying to remind you guys that we use Altel for our calibrations. Maybe you're using another tool, another brand tool. It doesn't matter. The calibration will be the same, and the target that we're gonna use will be the same as well. So the only thing that will be changing is the UI, which is the user interface that it varies between different types of tablets that you guys are using, okay? All right, let me just advance this a little bit. Here, Fernando is talking about the adapter, and right now he will show you the adapter. He's grabbing the tools, and right here, there's an interesting thing because his Crocs is on the work mode, so safety first. All right. Here's showing the adapter. Here we are seeing a really good picture of the adapter. So this will be connected to the Tesla, and then this will be the same as the OBD, okay? Right here. Sorry. So yeah. So as Fernando explained it, let me go back a little bit. This will be connected to the Tesla, and the black part right here, let me go back a little bit more, will be connected to the VCI, which will be further connected to the tablet, okay? So let me advance this. And then Fernando here is saying that we will have to get access to the back of the Tesla, as you guys will see throughout the video, in order to have access to this place where we need to connect the VCI on. So in order to have access to this cable in particular, you will need to remove a piece of plastic that is located right between the two front seats, right on the back of this this little thing that we have between the two seats. And for these, you will need to have a, let's say, like a clip removal. And it could be a metal one, but it's better to use a plastic one so you don't damage your customer's car, okay? So here Fernando is just explaining this. And let's advance this a little bit. So now Fernando is getting inside of the vehicle. And here Fernando is saying because we will need to have access to this part, and also we will need a little bit of space to work on it while we're doing this procedure. So beforehand, just try to move the two front seats forward a little bit in order to make it more comfort to you and your working area, okay? So Fernando will turn on this light just to show you guys better. See? Good production for you guys. And as you guys can see right here, this is the piece. Let me find. This is the piece, actually. This is the, like, the connection between the two pieces, but this right here, this whole thing right here, let me find the good, this is perfect. This piece right here is the one that we need to remove in order to have access to where we will connect the VCI. So So as you guys can see, that's why we needed space. Fernando is not a short guy, so he needed to move the car a little bit, oh, the front seat, my bad, a little bit forward because he need to like get on his knees to access this part of the car and remove this plastic cover. And then Fernando is explaining here right now that he is just turning off the car before he start to do this procedure. So he went to vehicle and then safety, and then he scrolled all the way down, and then he did power off. In this moment, you will have your Tesla totally on power off, but be sure that you don't open the doors or don't sit. That's why Fernando is located right behind the car. He's trying not to sit or not touching the front seats because otherwise the car will power on back and then you're gonna have trouble while you're connecting the adapter. Okay? So So here it's asking just it's just showed a pop-up which asked if you're sure that you want to turn the vehicle off. Fernando typed yes. Actually, tap yes. Okay. So now Fernando is gonna use the clip removal right here. So we didn't have, because we were doing a mobile service, but we didn't have the plastic one on us. So what we did is that we put a blue tape around in order to not damage the part of the, like this plastic part, and not get the customer's car damaged. Okay. So Fernando is, let me advance this a little bit. So he will try to have access right to this line, which is the division between the two parts. Let me advance this a little bit more. So as you guys can see, it's just a few clips. It's really easy to remove. And there we go. So Fernando is showing. So as you guys can see, there is just like a clip in the middle and two on each side. And then after you pull it off, you're gonna be able to remove it easily, okay? Okay, he's saying here that there's 5 clips, as I told you guys. So this one, this, 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 and this one, okay? Okay, let me advance this a little bit. And here is where you're gonna need to connect your adapter right here on this part, okay? Here. So right now the Tesla is off, so he will be able to take these two connections apart and put the adapter in between these two connectors, in the middle of these two connections. Please, if you do this, make sure that the Tesla is off, otherwise you're gonna have trouble. So turn the Tesla off, make sure that the car is off, and then you go ahead and proceed with unconnecting these two cables and putting the adapter in between, okay? So Fernando is disconnecting it, and he's gonna connect the adapter. So this is, as you guys can see here, this is the female and this is the male. So he's gonna, our adapter has a female and a male as well, with the VCI attached to both. So he's just gonna connect on the two sides and connect the VCI to connect the OBD. Let's say that's OBD exit at the end, and he's gonna connect the VCI on the OBD too, okay? So let me advance this a little bit. So here, Fernando is plugging the male right here on the female of the car, like this, and then the female of the adapter on the male of the car. What Fernando is saying here is that the cable, the adapter that we have, and the cable from the car itself, they are a bit short, so it's a bit hard to arrange it and put at the right place. So that's another reason that you need to be in a good position in order to connect it. So Fernando did really well, because beforehand he moved the seats to the front, and now he's not having much trouble trying to connect this. Let me advance this a little bit. Okay, he's having a little bit of trouble, but imagine if the seats were like all the way back. Okay, perfect. So now he were able to connect the adapter to the vehicle, okay? And now he's gonna connect the OBD2, which is this exit right here, to the VCI. Okay, so here he's just clarifying that the VCI we are using as the tool that we are using is from Altel. We use Altel to do our calibrations, but if you are using another brand, you're gonna be able to perform the same type of calibration if you have the adapter, okay? Because for Tesla, they don't have an OBD2 connection, so you're gonna need an adapter in order to transfer the data and pass through the VCI, the OBD2, so your VCI can connect to it and proceed the whole job, okay? Fernando is saying that now that he connected the adapter to the VCI and everything, it's good. You are able to get access to the outside of the vehicle, so you're gonna be able to open the door. That's no problem at all because everything is connected. Try not to do this if everything is unconnected. Keep inside the car until you are successfully done with all of your connections. Then you go outside of the car. I'm trying to emphasize this so you don't make any mistake that's gonna cause trouble to you, okay? Okay, Fernando is gonna to get outside of the car. And now he's going to the second step. So now he's gonna do the Tesla pre-scan, okay? So he's waiting until the VCI connects to the tablet. Let me advance this part a little bit. Okay, he's trying to connect it still. Perfect. The VCI is connected. I'm sorry if sometimes I'm saying VCI instead of OBD2, but OBD2, just to clarify, is the connection where you plug the VCI on, okay? So Fernando is gonna first of all try to do an auto detect uh, the scan of the vehicle to try to connect and get the VIN number and all of the information from the car. Let me advance this part a little bit. And while I'm waiting a little bit, just make sure to please click the like button if you guys are liking this type of content, comments if you have any questions or any tips for us, and subscribe to this channel. Please also, me and Fernando, we have our Instagram pages, profiles. So if you guys like this type of content or a little bit shorter type of content like this, we make sure that we post some reels and other situations from the technician's view. So please make sure to follow us on Instagram, and we're coming with TikTok as well. And we'll as soon as we get it, we're gonna be able to have the link and everything for you guys. Okay. So let me advance this a little bit more. So here it's trying to auto detect. Fernando is still waiting. And here, so the tablet wasn't able to decode the VIN number through the VCI connection. So what Fernando will do is that he will do this manually. Always you are able to do this manually. If you're not able to get the information from the car, so don't worry about it, okay? Let me advance this a little bit more. So now Fernando is gonna choose. So here, just to show you guys, um, are some options from the Autel tablet, which will get you can get the brands for calibration. So here is showing you can select some favorites. Here you have all of the brands. Here is the history, so the ones that you did previously. And here is America, Europe, Asia, and China. This car is a Tesla, so it's a national car. We're gonna choose. He's gonna choose America. Okay, right here, Tesla, and then here's the repair order. So, as this is just an example, showing case for you guys, Fernando will just write down Tesla. But just to clarify, when you're doing jobs on customers' vehicle, we always, at this point right here, we write down the license plate of the vehicle, dash, and then the date, just so we can have a better understanding and quicker access whenever we need to access this document again. Okay, it make it easier for us. Okay, so let me advance this part a little bit. Now Fernando is gonna choose. Here you have automatic selection and manual selection. And as you guys saw previously, he tried to do the automatic selection, but it didn't work. So now he's gonna do manual selection, okay? Let me advance this a little bit, and then now it's gonna show which model we are working on: Model S, Model X, Model 3, or Model Y. As I told you guys previously, these two guys right here have the same adapter, and these two guys right here have the same adapter. So we have the same adapter for Model S and Model X, and the same adapter, which is different from those two that I told you previously, for the Model 3 and Model Y. Okay? So Fernando chose Model 3, and then the model year the tablet put automatically all. So we're good. Let's hit OK. And then first of all, Fernando will do the pre-scan of the vehicle, okay? So he hit it pre-scan, and then now he's gonna do, let me go back a little bit. Sorry for this little circle, but he's gonna hit fault scan in order to have a diagnostic of the whole vehicle before he even start to do the calibration, okay? So here we'll ask for some information. Let me advance this a little bit. It's gonna ask for the, oh, he asked it for the license. Fernando just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in order that this is just a showing case, an example. So it doesn't need to be the real license plate. Although when we are working on a customer's car, we always put the license plate correctly as well, because this is gonna create a report which you can bring to your customer and give them everything that you do and that you did on his car. Okay, so let me advance this a little bit. So now Fernando is getting access to inside of the car. Oh, now he's moving the driver's seat a little bit backward, because previously he moved it forward in order to have access to the back of the car. Let me advance this. This is not really important. And one thing to clarify here, the whole process of calibration for this Tesla will be through the main screen of the car. Although we use the adapter and everything to have access to the to do a pre-scan of the vehicle and a post-scan, the whole process of calibration is performed on the main screen of the Tesla because Autel doesn't give the feedback for this yet. Maybe in the future they will have an update and we will be able to do everything through the tablet. And if they do so, I will bring you, me and Fernando, we will bring you guys a video about it. But at this point, the whole process is through this main screen of the Tesla. All right. So, oh, here Fernando is showing where you can have access to the odometer. Although it's just an example, he wanted to show you guys, and this is what really nice from Fernando, where you can have access to the the odometer of the car. So first of all, he clicked it right here on the corner where you guys cannot see, but here's like a little icon of with a little Tesla on it. So which is the vehicle manual. So just click on that, and then he's gonna click on trips right here, and then right here at the bottom you're gonna have the mileage or the odometer of the vehicle. Okay. So, okay, let me advance this a little bit. He will write it down. Oh, and here, so as the tablet wasn't able to decode the vehicle using the adapter, it didn't put the VIN number automatically. So what they asked to is that we do this manually, okay? So let me advance this part a little bit. Fernando will write the VIN number down and do the fold scan. I'm gonna advance this part of the fold scan because this is, you guys, just one last time. He just did he hit this button right here, which before was fold scan, was blue. Let me show you. Move backwards a little bit. And then here, right here, as you guys can see, is fold scan. So he started the fold scan and the whole process will be done automatically by the tablet. So let's advance this. And then now it's asking if you want to attach any photos. We will not attach it. But this is important to bring you guys that if you guys don't have any other type of software where you can have access to photos, previous photos of the vehicle, or taking photos and saving for yourself, you can do this through the tablet. So you just type yes, take the pictures you need, and you're gonna be good to go. Okay. Here, Fernando is just saying what I just told you guys, that we will not gonna do the process of calibration through the tablet. It's gonna be through the screen, the main screen of the vehicle, okay? So let me advance this a little bit. Fernando is now exiting the pre-scan mode by hitting this little icon right here with these two cars, one above the other one, and an arrow between these two cars pointing down. And then he's gonna hit yes. Okay, let me advance this a little bit. Okay, now Fernando just left the tablet right on the hood of the car because we will not need to use this tablet through the whole process of calibration, okay? And then here, Fernando is telling that for using this for performing this calibration, we are using the Tesla services app or website to be more specific, where they give you the whole measurements and requirements needed to perform this calibration. If you guys want, we can bring you guys a video clarifying how you guys can have access to this. But Tesla provide you the whole procedure and whole requirements that you need to do to perform this calibration. You can have access through the website. Okay. So Fernando is just accessing it through his mobile phone. Here he's just clarifying. All right, now he's gonna have access to the inside of the vehicle. And again, he will be following Tesla's instructions, okay? So right now, he's inside of the vehicle. And as you guys can see, I'm a little bit sleepy. Now, Fernando is telling that before starting the calibration, you need to have access to the service mode, and he's just going to click on the little icon where is the vehicle menu of the Tesla. And then he's gonna move this this one right here down, just like scrolling up, but like moving the letters up. Yeah, up but down. You guys know what I mean. And then he's gonna go to software right here, and then right here, as you guys can see, he tapped software, and then he's gonna hold this tapped for a few seconds until another screen shows up. Let me show you guys here. Here is the screen where you need to put a password in order to have access to the service mode. And the password, as clarifying on Tesla's instructions, is service. So he will just type down service right here. So he's typing it down, service. And now is asking you if you want to enable the service mode of the vehicle. He will hit enable. All right. All right. Right now, when you see this red thing all around, this red line all around the screen, it's because the car is already on service mode. Perfect. Here, Fernando is explaining it. Perfect. Oh, and here Fernando is showing that right here there is an exit service mode where you can easily get off the service mode whenever you finish to do your job on it, okay? Perfect. Okay. Right now, Fernando will set up the target right in front of the vehicle, again following Tesla's instructions. So, oh, and here Fernando is showing that we're gonna use the mobile machine, which is another machine we have. We have the how to say the static one and the mobile one. Um, we use the mobile whenever we need to do the service on another shop that we cannot bring or that we cannot perform the calibration in our shop. But whenever we need to do in our shop, we use the static one. So this is a good example because for the first time we're bringing you guys the mobile auto frame, okay? Which is the same thing, although some little instructions will be different, but the main process of the calibration will be always the same, no matter which frame you're using and no matter which brand you are using to perform your calibration. If it's Snap-on, will be all the same, okay? Let me advance this a little bit. And then Fernando is positioning it. I'm so sleepy. Uh, and then Fernando is positioning the frame right in front of the vehicle. And this is like two safety rolls that you roll down and up in order to move the sides, the arms, let's say, of the frame to the to an horizontal position and vertical position, which is the one that we use for calibration, the horizontal position. It's hard to say that word. Okay, let me advance this part a little bit. And then Fernando is just moving these little bracket holders to the sides. All right. And then Fernando is moving this down. This is the part where we'll hold the bottom of the target, okay? So now Fernando is showing the target that we're gonna use to perform this calibration. This is a target that we are already familiar with, as you guys can see here. Is the same one that we use for calibrate Hyundai and Kias, okay? And I believe that's some Jeeps as well. Uh, the older Jeeps Renegade, I think we needed to use this target as well. Okay. So first of all, I was telling Fernando that that was one previous step that is not. Fernando would realize it later because we needed to put this right in the middle of the car. But I told him just to make it easier to perform the calibration that first of all he needed to just like adjust the frame right in the middle, and for this he would need the laser. Otherwise, if he put it the target would be on front of the laser and he wouldn't be able to do this arranging before the calibration process. So let me advance this a little bit. He's gonna put this little laser on, as you guys can see here, and he will turn this on. As you guys can see, the laser points to the sides right here and to the front of the vehicle. The sides is because if you need to measure a distance like from the wheels, for example, you will have like a straight line and you're going to be able to measure this really well. Or even if you need to measure from the front bumper, you can just measure from here all the way to here, okay? Okay, let me advance this a little bit. I'm sorry if I'm advancing too much with the video, but it's just to make it more how to say more interactive, and we not be like just watching a video together the whole thing and I'm not like explaining this for you guys, okay? All right. So here Fernando is just clarifying that he's putting the frame as closest as he can of the vehicle, but making sure that it will not touch the front bumper of the car because we don't want to damage it. Okay? Let me advance this a little bit. Here, perfect. Now he's gonna remove the laser. Let me advance this and just put the safety bolts in order so the frame cannot move to the sides or back because he already measured the distance from the front bumper, okay? So let me move this a little bit more. And Fernando is just clarifying that the level right here is perfect for the calibration. So we just attach the bolt in order to keep it safe at the safe position so it doesn't move, but we will not need to arrange it in order to change the level of the machine because the level is already really good, okay? So here and here at the other side as well, as you guys can see, it's right in the middle. So we are on a good calibrations environment with a good flat surface level, okay? Let me advance this. Fernando is taking the laser off. And now he's gonna attach the target right in front of the vehicle. So he will need to put, as I told you guys, these two parts right here, this little hole right here will go all the way on this part at the bottom, and at the other side we have the same thing. So he's attaching it, and now he's gonna bring this little bracket and the other little bracket in order to hold it on the sides. Yo, Fernando is here showing you guys. So here and here. And then this little hole right here, Fernando's explaining that is gonna go all the way to the target. Perfect. And then the other side, safety first. Perfect. Right now, Fernando is gonna arrange the height of the target, okay? So let me advance this a little bit. Oh, let me go back a little bit because I didn't hear the distance. So at Tesla's website is saying that the distance from the bottom of the target to the floor is 90 centimeters. If you have another tape measurement that takes millimeters, 900 millimeters, okay? Because some lasers are showing in millimeters, but I believe that mostly you can change from one type of measurement to another. So he's just showing and clarifying. But here, here he's turning it off just to show you guys that this distance right here from this laser all the way to the floor will be different than the distance from the bottom of the target all the way to the floor. Okay? The 90 centimeters is from here to here, but the laser will measure from the middle of the target all the way to the bottom, okay? Which is the measurement that we don't need. We need from the bottom all the way to the floor. All right. Let me move this a little bit forward, and as you guys can see, it's different. So in this case, we will need to use a tape measure. So here's the tape measure. And then he's just checking the right measurement. And let me get a better frame for you guys. Let me advance this part a little bit. And let's wait until Fernando stops to move the target up. He will need to move a little bit more. And as you guys can see, he's moving a little bit to the side. Let me advance this. All right. Let me advance a little bit more. Sorry, guys. Fernando is very uh he has a lot of precision when he's performing the calibration, and this is perfect. We need precision. We need to have everything at the right place. So let's be a little bit patient while we're waiting. He doing his measurements, okay? Uh, so now he got 90. I don't know if we are gonna be able to see here from this the the video, but I'm pretty sure that he took that long to do the measurement. It's because it's right and it's perfect to perform the calibration, okay? Okay, and here he's showing the difference between the distance from the bottom of the target all the way to the floor from the laser measure, which is positioned right here in the middle of the target all the way to the floor, okay? Okay, let me advance this a little bit. Now, the second step is that they ask you to put a tape at a certain height that Fernando will tell in a little bit. If I'm not mistaken, is 128 centimeters, and you need to mark it the top of the tape all the way to the floor. So it's gonna be 128 centimeters, and if I'm not mistaken, from the floor to the top of the tape, and it needs to be the top of the tape because you will need to follow other instructions in order to check if the pitch angle is at the right position, okay? Let me advance this a little bit. So here Fernando is taking the blue tape. Although on the Tesla website they say that you need to that not you need, but they are telling to use a red tape, but this doesn't make any difference because we just need a reference for where the angle of the camera needs to be, okay? Doesn't need the color will not make a difference or interfere in our calibration, okay? Let me advance this a little bit more. Here Fernando is explaining the same thing. Let me check if I'm telling you guys the right value. Yeah, as Fernando said, it's 128 centimeters from the floor all the way to the top of the tape, okay? Oh, perfect. Let me advance this a little bit more. And now he's gonna measure it, and his assistants will help him, in this case, me. So here, and then he's gonna measure. Okay. Here, as you guys are seeing, he's being very precise with his measurements. Okay. And then he's gonna finish to put the tape on. Perfect. Let me advance this part a little bit more. All right, now we have the reference. And here he's explaining just one more time the distance and clarifying that it needs to be from the top of the tape. All right, let me advance it. Now we need to have access to the vehicle in order to check the calibration and the pitch angle from the Tesla screen, okay? Let me advance this a little bit. Fernando is just adjusting the seat. So let's right now he's on the service mode. The first thing that he will click is the driver assist, which is this first icon right here. Okay, and then he's gonna click right here in cameras, right here, and then he's gonna click on reset DAS. Okay. Um, Sorry. Um, Fernando will click here in DAS in order to reset the camera, and the camera will do a relearn afterwards. This is a requirement, or let's say an instruction from Tesla. So Tesla told us the whole thing that in order to check the pitch angle, you will need to do the reset of the DAS, and then you're gonna need to check the pitch angle. Then the customer will drive the vehicle in the future, or like when he gets the car from us, to have the camera to do a self relearning of the lanes, okay, of the positions of the lanes. Oh, my bad. First of all, he went here to clear camera calibration. I made a mistake. Actually, he needs to click on clear camera calibration. My bad. So again, just to clarify, he will click on clear camera calibration in order to camera to forget about the previous calibration that was made in. He will then check the pitch angle, and then while the customer is driving the vehicle, the camera will do a self-learning driving calibration, okay? So now, as is showing right here, so right here, Tesla is telling Fernando to do the gateway in order to have access to clear this calibration, the previous calibration that the car already had performed. So the gateway is to um, push to, let's say, to move it up the right sign, uh, and hold it while you are having your foot on the brake at the same time. So you will need to get the right sign, turn it on, and brake, hold it until you pass through the gateway. So Fernando is doing this right now. Now, as you guys can see here, it's showing timing. Let me advance this a little bit. He needs to keep holding while this time is going all the way to the end. Perfect. He was able to unlock the gateway. So now he's gonna be able to clear the previous calibration. Let me advance this a little bit. And then he's gonna run the forward facing clear calibration. So so the forward here is asking which camera you need to do the delete of the previous calibration, and he's gonna choose forward facing, which is the one right located right in the middle of the car on the windshield. Okay. Okay. He's just explaining. Okay, let me advance this a little bit, and then Fernando type will tap run, and then it's doing the clearing of the previous calibration. My bad. Perfect. Everything went good. Now it successfully cleared the previous calibration. Let me advance this a little bit. All right. Okay, now Fernando will tap reset ADAS. So sorry, I move a little bit forward with the steps. So first of all, you clear the DAS, and then you will tap reset DAS. Okay, which is driver assistance system. Okay. All right. Fernando is just double checking the instructions from Tesla. All right. And now he's doing this because it will um, get back to the information to the it will go to the I'm sorry. It will go to the calibration screen where you're gonna check the pitch angle, okay? All right. Perfect. Escape. Now he's going to tap this button right here, which will have the previous view of the camera where he's gonna do the calibration and check if everything is all right. Okay, let me advance this a little bit, and now he's having access to what the camera is viewing. And then now he tap this button right here, which is the lines or sort of a guidance where we'll show you if the pitch angle is at the right place. I'm sorry. And as you guys can see right here, this blue line is right at that position where we put the tape, the top of the tape, and measure it from the floor, which means that the angle for the pitch of this camera, it's on a perfect position. So it's good. The customer will be able to drive it, and the Tesla will relearn the positions of the lanes in order to turn on back the lane departure system of this car, okay? And then Fernando will just explain the parameters from Tesla. So here he's saying that this line, this blue line right here, needs to pass right here at the end of the right side of these squares that we have for the target. And the blue line or the tape needs to be in this range between the two green lights and the blue line that is right in the middle of the two green lines, okay? Let me advance this a little bit. All right, here he's just explaining what I just told you guys. All right, let me advance it. So as you guys can see, it's perfect. The car is detecting right where it is supposed to be detecting. Okay, now Fernando is saying that the pitch verification it's okay, so we're good to proceed for the next step. Oh, now Fernando is just clarifying that for this car particularly, the pitch angle is perfect. What we need to do if it's not good? If it's not good, you will have to remove the rear view mirror cover, and then you're gonna have access to the camera, and right at the camera there is a screw where you can adjust the pitch angle. We will not do this throughout this video because we're just showing you guys how to check the pitch angle, but if you guys want, we can bring you guys another video where we actually change it, and also we can bring you guys a video of how you can remove this cover safety. No, where you can remove this cover safely and not damage the cover of the vehicle, okay? Just comment below if you guys want this type of video and we will bring it to you guys, okay? Let's advance a little bit more. So now, with what Fernando will do, as the tablet doesn't give us any feedback from the calibration right inside the tablet, he will take a picture of the speech angle verification in order to have a proof that everything was good. And then we will attach this to the document where we have the pre-scan, the post-scan, and all the proof that we performed a job on this car, okay? So let me advance these parts a little bit. Fernando will have access back to the Tesla's menu where we performed the pre-scan before. And then now he's gonna do a post-scan. So fold scan again here. You click this button right here, which before was fold scan. Now, as he already started, it turns into pause. If you want to pause the pre-scan or the post-scan eventually. So let me advance this part a little bit more. Okay. Oh, Fernando is just telling that if you guys want to have more access to this type of content, please make sure to follow us on Instagram. Also, we will have a TikTok account. And right here at this channel, please make sure that you guys subscribe to our channel in order to have access in the first time of all of our newer videos. Leave a comment if you guys have any question, any tips, or anything that you guys need to add to our video and help our community. Our community is starting. We are trying to bring this type of knowledge to you guys, but it's gonna be really well to interact with who else is watching these videos and having to work with ADAS as well, okay? So let's keep it going. Oh, and also if you guys want to watch the same video fully in Spanish, Fernando posted on his channel this full video in Spanish, okay? Let me advance this part. Okay, right now it's asking if he wants to attach any photos, and then he will type yes. And then right here is asking, is telling attach pictures slash screenshot. So he will click this little icon right here, which is a camera icon, by the way. Let me advance this part. And then he's gonna click, as I told you guys, the camera icon right at the top. And then he's gonna take a picture of the pitch angle showing that everything it's perfect. Let me advance this part a little bit. Perfect. All right. Now, what Fernando will do is that he will exit the service mode. Oh, here he will just clarify what I just told you guys, that if the pitch angle wasn't right, you will need to have access to remove the covers of the rear view mirror and then change the screw, use the screw to change the pitch angle of this car. Again, if you guys want this video, we can bring to you guys. Just leave a comment letting us know that you guys want that, okay? Let's keep it going. Let me advance this part a little bit that he's explaining it. All right. Oh, now this is important. So he is exiting the service mode right here. All right. Actually, he needed to tap the vehicle menu right here at the top, and then he will go and click exit service mode because he was inside the camera menu, okay? And then exit mode. And then you need to hold it for a little bit until this bar goes all the way to the end. Perfect. Now we are at the first menu. Now, what Fernando will do is that he will remove the adapter from this Tesla. And again, for removing is the same process as putting the adapter. You will need to have access to the back of the car, move the seats before you do everything else, and then you will need to leave the doors closed and making sure to not turn the car off from the main screen of the Tesla, and then you will take the adapter off while you not turn this car on. Please don't turn the car on while you are removing the adapter. This is very important, okay? So let me advance this a little bit. Fernando just finished to do the post scan, and now he's just showing that he will save the report to the cloud in order to have documentation of everything that he did on this car. Let me advance. Okay, Fernando is just clarifying that now he will remove the adapter. Let me advance this a little bit more. All right, moving the seats. And now Fernando will turn the car off again. So again, he will go to the car menu and then go to safety here. And then he's gonna scroll all the way down and turn the car off. So the same procedure he did previously. Type the turn off and then power off, and then it will ask you if you are sure that you want to do that. You click yes. Okay, perfect. Right now right now it's safe to remove the adapter, so it's totally fine. The car is already off. You will not have any risk of turning it on because Fernando will not open the doors or not having anyone sitting on the driver's seat. Okay, so let me advance this a little bit. So he will just remove the male and the female here, and then connect the male and the female of the car back where it was, okay? Let me advance this part a little bit more. And then as you guys can see here, let me put this on play regularly. Perfect. It's connected. It's good to go. And then he will put the cover back on. Just make sure that all the clips are alright and then put it back on for the customer, okay? Alright, guys, this is gonna be, let me just show you guys he putting the cover back, and perfect. We have everything that we needed to show you guys how to do the pitch angle of a 2020 Tesla Model 3. I hope you guys liked this video, and if you guys want more contents like that, please make sure to subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment if you have any questions, and please, if you guys like it, tap the like button. If you guys need this content in Spanish, Fernando did this whole thing in Spanish. You can check this on the subscription. And also make sure to follow us on Instagram, later on TikTok. And remember to always stay plugging. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.